Hey gang, what's up? OCD Mikey here. And what I'm doing is showing you guys. Let's see if I can make this even prettier. Got my phone settings here. Getting a know the new phone here, but what we've got here is a brand new. See, you can back out. Here we go. Okay. This is a BAlabo, I think that's how you say it, BAlabo DAC. This was one of 3 components made by a Japanese gentleman who was the lead designer for Luxman at one point, and left Luxman because they just wouldn't make stuff to the level that he wanted. And so he went on to create a DAC, which you see here, and an amplifier and a control amp or a preamp. Those 3 pieces. He recently passed, I think about maybe a year ago or so. We're watching this little varmint over here that loves to make noise. Anyways, so this DAC here is one of, I can't remember his name, and I should give the guy justice. I'll post it by the end of the vid. But he was the lead designer at Luxman and broke off to create his own line of components. This thing is $36,000. $37,000 is what it was sold for. Of course, I got it for a lot less because it's an estate sale, and the guy is passed on, and this is what the merchandise that was left or whatever. Now check this out. This thing came from Japan. This DAC is, I'm going to try and, I don't think I can do this with one hand. I can't. See if I can. See, I should get smart like all the other crafty little YouTubers and get a damn thing to hold the phone. But if you can see under here, you see those bolts that hold this thing? This DAC is bolted to a piece of plywood that goes inside the package that keeps it from bouncing around in there. It's a brilliant idea. And then it came with a ultimate, whatever they called it, power cord. This thing looks pretty sweet. The plug does anyways. Don't know about the rest of the thing, but we'll certainly try one of mine on there, and it got a digital SPDIF cable too as well. So it looks like it has selectable sampling frequency up to 192 because nothing else matters. XLR, BNC, and RCA input. Sampling rate converter, so you can 2-time or 4-time or off for the upsampling. And if we go around to the back, you will see this puppy is no joke. It's got a speak-on, or a power-con connector, which are awesome. I love those. These are all Neutrik type connectors. And it's got a signal ground. Look at that. It's got a signal ground, man. That's the thing that made me decide I'm going to buy it, is because I saw signal ground and said, okay, this guy's eating the same stuff I'm eating, because he's got a signal ground just ready for my signal grounding rods that I have outside. Remote, I doubt we're going to use that, but we will use the XLR outputs. I'll see. I got to read a little bit more, and we're going to open it up and let's see what it looks like inside. But it's massive. It's heavy. This is solid, like aluminum. I can see copper, it seems like, in there. Let's give me a second here and let me get some tools out and get my hands where they don't belong, inside the unit. So hold on and I'll be right back. Okay, so here I am taking it apart, and got the little Allen screws out. There's 4, there's 8 of them. And then they've got these wild things which apparently come out as well, and these look like, wow, man, this must be some sort of damping ring. Maybe it's for, or it's a foot that receives the Let's see if I can get this dang thing that receives like if something else is meant like the preamp stacks on top of it maybe. These are no joke, man, these things. Okay, so it's going to be intense. See what's inside here. Oh yeah, so the other thing too is I buy these things if I want to review or check them out. I purchase them, and this one is not even something that I can resell. This is something that is it will never be produced again. It's because the guy passed on. So these are discontinued. Company's out of business. But I'm still buying it because I want to check it out. And I get to bring it to you guys so you guys can check it out too, because it's pretty killer. I mean, not many things are built to this level. And especially Japanese, they have a way of doing things that I really dig. And it's always so mysterious to me, the Japanese things, the way they're put together. Not quite the cars as much as like electronics. So, okay, so I'm going to set this thing on pause for a second while I open this. Hold on. Well, look at that. That's crazy. Completely encapsulated DAC, encapsulated in copper for RF. And same with the power supply. Look over here. The transformer is completely encapsulated in steel to keep the electromagnetism away from the DAC over here on this side. This is pretty wild. This is a pretty heavy duty build. Looks like Ohashi was the guy's name. Ohashi-san. Ohashi-san looks like it's made in 2012. 7/21 2012. Ohashi-san. So I think I shall. Do I dare? I really want to just enjoy it the way it is and not mess anything up. But I really want to get underneath this thing to see what's on that board. But I can see taping it right there. And these probably hold something on the underside of this. I don't know that I want to take the step yet. I think what I want to do is listen to it first. And then I can open it up and play and see what's on the board and see what I can see. Because it doesn't really matter anyways. It's all about what it sounds like. So anyways, that's all you're going to get for today, kids, is this BAlabo DAC, which is probably going to be quite something. We got to let it burn in anyways. Let's try it. We'll set it up, listen to it. I got to go over and get into the DACs again for something else. So I'll be back. That's it for now. See ya. Okay, so now here is something interesting. This is the BAlabo DAC that I recently purchased. I have no idea how to set it up, and it's not broken in yet, but it's got an interesting sonic nonetheless. So I'll play something so we can hear what it sounds like, because it is pretty different, I think. Let's check it out.
So let's start, tear it all apart. You better run, you better run, for you have a heart. Well, all you know, and it's only so much I can take. I buried my head in that pillow for a million years. Oh well,
got to spend some more time messing with this DAC and learn it a little better, because it sounds pretty interesting. Let's see. Okay, there, I got some volume on now. Okay, so I'm not even going to try and play any music just because they've been getting snagged so hard lately. But I'll tell you what, this DAC is really something else. It's very, very refined. Boy, that's the first thing I can say. And it's not broken in, so I'm not going to really go too on about it, just because I'd rather for it to break in first. But it's pretty simple. It's got 3 inputs, no USB. It's just XLR, BNC, or RCA. And then on the bottom, it's got the input sampling frequency. So you can choose between 30, well, let's see, take my glasses off. I'm getting old over here. 32, 44.1, 48, 96, and 192. And it's really surprising how much they change when you switch those around. And then if you put it to auto detect, then you can mess with this one, the sampling rate converter, 2 times or 4 times. So I have not quite figured out what exactly overall effect they have, but I'll get to know the settings soon enough and figure out how to throttle this puppy. But so far so good, man. This thing is really sort of a crazy piece. Never heard about BAlabo. I don't even know exactly how. I think they say BAlabo. I don't know. I should just say BAlabo. It's easier that way. But so here we have it. This is a new edition from Japan, and we've got the APL Hi-Fi. This is from Bulgaria. Then we've got the Vermeer 2, which is from France, and we've got the Jeff Roland right there, DAC, which is from United States, and that's the DAC so far on this rack. But we will be comparing some more of this after we listen some more, figure out what it's like, and we'll be playing some more APL Hi-Fi. But I'll come back. I have to figure out how to make the tunes work now that whatever United Music Group, UMG, is all over the music and not even monetizing it. They just decline your video. So I'll figure it out. But anyways, see you.